While it is unlike any other campus in Texas, one thing that stays the same here at Tech is our public transport. However, very few are fully aware that a major innovation in public transport has made its way to Texas Tech. Brand new and fully electric, Proterra buses were designed with the environment in mind. They would produce zero carbon emissions and provide a well-needed update to the Citibus fleet around campus. Stacy Stockard, Media Relations Coordinator for Texas Tech Transportation and Parking Services, provided some extra context as to how this came about.
In 2015, we had worked on getting some consultants in that deal with busing to just evaluate what was going on, if needs were being met, how we needed, like all of us needed to adjust. Because we do look at it as, you know, we work with Citibus all the time. One of the things that came up in that survey was that most of the fleet was beyond their, like the typical lifespan for the buses. They were still safe, but they were beyond the lifespan for buses with their heavy use and everything.
Because of the background that Stacy gave me, I had more information to go off of when I interviewed Chris Mandrell, General Manager at Citibus.
So the motor, I think, only has 4 parts to it. Where apparently, I'm going to blow it. A regular diesel engine has like, I don't know, 2,500 parts to it. This motor here has 4. These have a little bit longer wheelbase, but overall, it doesn't have any difference in function. Like how they drive, there's some nuances that you have to drive these a bit differently than what you would drive a diesel bus, but overall, it's the same. If you're in that green area, you're consuming the least amount of energy. So if you can stay in that green area, that's when you're going to make the bus go further. Once you get outside this green area into some of this over here, that's when the bus is going to be using more energy. And so you try to make sure while you're driving, you keep it in that green area as much as possible.
One thing that Chris told me was that they are intentionally keeping the sides blank so that everyone knows when one of them drives by that they're one of the new all-electric buses. You see, this one actually has some advertising on the side of it. They're actually going to change that up for the electric buses. They want to keep them unique and make sure that people know before they just slap an advertisement on there that we actually have something special on our campus. And so that's why Citibus has decided not to advertise on the side of the electric buses.
Dale Hill, founder of Proterra, is one of the nation's leading innovators in zero-emission battery electric buses. Hill told me that he had his design for hybrid buses patented.
The first couple of buses that we built were fuel cell.
Oh.
They were battery electric buses with fuel cells as range extenders. Any fuel cell bus manufactured today is a battery electric bus, and it's using fuel cell as a range extender. However, we don't need fuel cells anymore in the battery electric world because a bus averages 150 to 200 miles a day, and the buses that they have there at Citibus have about an average of 150-mile range. Buses delivered next year, with some of the improvements that we've done, will have a 200-mile range.
So another really interesting aspect that makes these buses unique is the material that they're actually made out of. So what Chris and Dale both told me about is that the shells of these buses, they're made of a composite material, so it's much lighter than a typical bus while still being just as strong as a typical bus paneling. Now he also told me that they're made out of the same material as wind turbine blades are. So this is the same material as the large wind turbines that you can see on Highway 84 as you come into Lubbock. You can see it's just as strong. It's hard to keep clean, but it's aerodynamic and it's lightweight. So that's why Proterra decided to go with this new technology.
Yes, the bus body is composite, and that consists of high-strength fiberglass reinforced in high-stress areas with carbon fiber, and then you have a honeycomb structure, a core, so it's much stronger than a steel body. It's much lighter than a steel body. It will last forever, basically. It's impervious to salt and mag chloride that we put on the roads when there's snow on the roads. A bus is designed to last 12 years because the federal funding cycle is based on a 12-year bus life. And you cannot get money as a transit agency to replace a bus until it's been in revenue service for 12 years.